If you are not yet familiar with the Whiterock Conservancy, it's time you took a visit. It's located about an hour and a half northwest-ish of the Des Moines metro area, near Coon Rapids, and is super easy to get to. One thing people first notice is the trail use fees for bikes and horses and the suggested donations for hiking the trails. This place isn't like other state or county parks in Iowa because, well, it's neither of those things. It's classified as a non-profit land trust and literally exists due to the sole kindness of the Garst family that donated this beautiful land for this purpose. To me, this is more than a beautiful place to hike, bike, and camp. It's more than the breathtaking cliffs and the lazy rivers. To me, what this place really is, this is a model for what farm families who want to leave a legacy can do with their land. It's something that truly has to be experienced to fully appreciate, and it's large enough space that it'll take days to explore. In my experience, it's most famous for its mountain biking trails, but I've noticed lately it's picking up steam for its awesome campgrounds and dark skies for astronomers. I've been exploring Whiterock now for the past few years, and there are a ton of ways for you to come out and experience it. You can come out for a quick hike, take a paddle or float down the river, of course, mountain bike or even gravel rides, or just come out and car camp, stay the night at the campsites. One of the cool things I've done before too is bike pack in from Coon Rapids. I've always wanted to, but never made it out yet for a really long bike packing weekend trip, riding the Raccoon River Valley Trail all the way out from Des Moines, and camping for the weekend, riding back in. So there's tons of options to experience this, especially if you live in the Des Moines metro. It's my first overnight adventure of the spring. So originally the plan was I was gonna bike pack in from the visitor center just off the highway, but I got off to a super late start. So instead of bike packing, it's gonna be a camp and bike session, which is just as good. This is the Starfield Campground. And I think this is one of my favorite campgrounds in the entire state. It's awesome. They've got a really nice shower house, really nice bathrooms. Trails surround the actual campground. There's a river campground that's really nice too, but that's also the equestrian one, and it gets pretty busy. So every time I've come out here, I've ended up staying in Starfield, and it's pretty darn cool. It's one of the darkest skies in Iowa, which makes it even more cool, in my opinion. But my plan is I'm gonna hit the trails for a little bit, come back before sun sets and before it gets too dark, and set up the tent, eat some supper, have a campfire. That's the plan. It's supposed to rain tonight, possible thunderstorms, but it's only like a 30% chance, so I'm rolling the dice a little bit, but either way, it should be great. It is beautiful. This is my first overnighter of the year, and I could not have asked for a nicer day. Looks like they just got done doing their spring burns through some of the forest. It smells like a campfire. You can see the stuff's just starting to regrow. Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Birds, frogs, crickets.
And the random gunshot, of course. Have I mentioned how much I love Whiterock? Look at this. Beautiful forest, steep hills, beautiful river. Ooh, sandy and steep. Keep breaking my flow. There's too much cool stuff to stop and look at. Ah, so cool. I am not looking forward to that. Yuck. Okay. A few little creek crossings like this. They're always in different shape every time I come out. Too deep a sand to ride through, so I'm gonna try to jump it. Look at that. This is the river campground. Also the equestrian campground. Super busy today. Ooh. Hey. Ah. There's the old cabin. I bet that was a cool old farmstead back in the day. Under those big old oak trees up on this hill. That's a beautiful spot. Man, just the sheer diversity of the trails out here, I think makes it worth it. This is truly one of my favorite spots in Iowa. Right now, I'm just cruising on the main loop trail. It's double track. So kind of like gravel riding. You can rent ATV, gator things, cruise around them here. But it's nice diversity of trails. The land management out here is on point. Man, they're doing awesome stuff. We've got buffer strips in, silt retention basins, restored wetlands. This is truly a model of conservation for our state. Cheers. One of the cooler things about coming out here with your bike is you can cover way more ground than if you're just backpacking or hiking. I think I'm already on like, I don't know, mile like 8 or 10, and I haven't been out here more than a couple hours. Looks like we're doing another creek jump. It's getting dark. Sun's gonna set in about, I think, 40 minutes, maybe. So I think I need to head back, get my camp set up for the night. And I think instead of going back uphill through all the switchbacks on the Big Dipper Trail, I think I'm just gonna hoof it on gravel all the way back, get a little gravel travel going. But man, you could not ask for a better day to be out on your bike. All right, time for some nice, easy gravel. Just kidding, there's a ton of hills. Sucks. But it's better than the switchbacks going up that huge hill. Ooh, big climb. I think my favorite part about gravel riding is the lack of cars and the width of the trail. Turkey. There he goes. You know, come to think of it, I think I've seen wild turkey every single time I've been out to Whiterock. Usually, they decide to burst out of the ground, it seems like, as I'm hiking, scare the crap out of me. So that time, I saw that one in advance. It's a good thing this is beautiful, because this hill is killing me. It's killing me. I'm a little worried about the 40% chance of isolated thunderstorms. Blue sky off to the east. Clouds rolling in off to the west. Not a great sign. Have I mentioned how this hill never ends? I see it in sight. That's it. So one of the really cool things, in my opinion, about Whiterock is it's a legit working farm. So they maintained a few of the working farm aspects of it, and then they're all dedicated to sustainable practices to kind of serve as like a beacon for other farmers that are interested in learning how, do a little research. But it's awesome. I love it out here. Farmers, you want to leave a legacy? Take note of what Whiterock is doing. It's the weirdest smell. It's the mix between flowering dogwood, crabapple, and hog crap. It's not that bad, honestly. This is the check-in station. You grab a little reserve tag, put it on after you check in, find your spot, make sure no one's there. Then you just go over here and pay, put it in the thing, and you're good to go. You can pay for trails and firewood and your campsites all here. It's pretty sweet. Okay, admittedly my supper game's a little weak tonight, but this was kind of a rash decision, kind of like all my adventures. I'm always like making the decision right at the last minute. So here's what I got. Peanut butter rolled up in tortillas. And actually my wife's trail mix, which is really, really good. So that's a step up. Making one last pit stop to the car, but pretty sure I'm gonna get stormed on tonight. So I want to make sure I've got everything kind of ready to go. One more peanut butter burrito left.
I survived the night. So much for my 40% chance of rain. It rained from, I think, midnight until 2. But it was pretty nice. It was quite relaxing. A couple thunderstorms, but this big Agnes tent held up. Dry as a bone. It was a really nice night, actually. Well, the trails are muddy, so it looks like this adventure's over. I was kind of hoping to hit the rest of the trails that I missed today, but way too muddy. We got a lot of rain last night. Guess I got a reason to come back though.